All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Brooklyn Bulls and the New England Patriots. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This will be taken short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Wait, set. 380. Mike 91. Let's go, D. Sugar.
Brady now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Wait, set. Alabama. 380. Come on, D. 380.
From the gun, it's Brady. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Dante Hightower on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 22, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check, 154, 154. Check, Mike 54,
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown! Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 78 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. There he goes right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd and short.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Wait, 20. Mike 91. Let's go. 72. Go, Bandit.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. He's got Green. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 47-yard line.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. He'll run it, and he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Jackson caught by Jones. Call it a gain of 3, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Dorsett. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson complete to Jones. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They're going to need some therapy. Check it out.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and inches, Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. Let's go. Right, 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Mike 51.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Jackson. Going to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Brady to throw. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime in this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
That throw by Brady incomplete. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, good move. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Again, it's Jones. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And oh, it's blocked.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upset.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 20. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it, didn't they?
A little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
So Brady and the Pats take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And he fires one incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They'll run here with Ingram. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Here's Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Now a first down carry is Michelle. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long. Brady gives to Michelle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Brady now to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down. Brady now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Brady's throw there complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Brady. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated, the front and the back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
Bang, bang, bang. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll try the right side with Jones. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
You got it. You got it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good